McCarthy seized the starting job from Cade McNamara in the second game of the season and did not look back, quarterbacking Michigan to a second straight Big Ten title and playoff berth. He thrives outside of the original play design. McCarthy's 5 passing touchdowns outside of structure were tied with May and trailed only Caleb Williams and Bryce Young among Power 5 quarterbacks. He needs to improve his consistency as he had 4 games with sub-60 PFF grades in 2022. At a lean 6'3", McCarthy has elite creation capacity as a threat on the ground. He frequently got the better of defenders in open space with his burst and lateral agility, and he also has an extremely live arm, one that allows him to vault passes past deep coverage as well as rip lasers into tight windows. McCarthy's tools are truly top tier. Corum was arguably the most prolific running back in the nation in 2022, with 247 carries for 14+ hundred yards and 18 touchdowns. He's a well-leveraged ball of rock who brings back memories of the muscle hamster with his balance, tenacity, and a high-energy style both as a lateral and vertical mover. Corum may only be 5'8", but he's a rocked-up 5'8", with an extremely dense 210-pound frame. At that size, he's an urgent runner with good vision who can press upfield behind blocks before using his explosiveness and energy to divert into open field. There's still room for him to show more as a receiver, but Corum has exciting tools as a threat on the ground. If Chris Jenkins takes the next step in his development in 2023, the first round could be in his range. Jenkins, a former 3-star recruit, has spent the last 3 seasons with the Wolverines. 2022 was a career year for Chris Jenkins, who tallied 54 tackles, 3.5 for loss, and 2 sacks in 14 games played. He is quick off the ball and makes plays versus the run and as a pass rusher. With another offseason under his belt and the departures of Mozzie Smith and Mike Morris, this could be a very special season for Jenkins, as he will be the guy in Michigan along that defensive line. As a sophomore in 2022, he played 10 games and rushed for nearly 900 yards on 117 carries for an elite 7.5 yards per carry with 7 touchdowns and 1 fumble. Where Donovan Edwards shines is that he adds a different dimension than Blake Corum in the passing game. He has averaged 12.2 yards per reception and was mightily underused in that area last season. Edwards is extremely dangerous in the open field, showing the vision and creativity to run through entire defenses. He's patient, letting blocks develop, then accelerating. He runs with a good forward lean and consistently falls forward. He's aggressive and willing, with more than enough size when asked to chip block or pick up blitzers. Donovan Edwards has the potential to be one of the biggest upside picks in this year's draft. He's a quality receiver with soft hands, and he shows a good feel for catching and transitioning upfield in this screen game. Colson was born in Haiti, and after his father passed away when he was 7 years old, he was adopted and moved to Tennessee at the age of 9. He tells the story that a Michigan hat was the first thing he saw when he came to the United States, and now he's a starting linebacker for the Wolverines for arguably the best defense in 2023. Junior Colson oozes potential. 2022 was his first year as a full-time starter, and while he showed some inexperience, he more importantly displayed some really nice coverage instincts. He didn't get his hands on any interceptions, but he forced 3 incompletions and caused many more no-throws his way due to good positioning. He also has one of the lowest missed tackle percentages in the class at 6%, whiffing just 7 times all season in 2022. Colson is a rangy run defender with the quickness to get to the ball before blockers can react at the second level. He has an excellent feel for working off blockers and is arguably a top 50 player. Zach Zinter's physicality at the point of attack is as elite as it gets. Zinter checks a lot of boxes that NFL teams look for in a guard prospect. On 389 pass blocking snaps, the right guard only surrendered 9 pressures. He moves well on his feet to mirror in small spaces or use his range as a puller. He prioritizes his technique and is clearly intelligent with the way he stays one step ahead and works in concert with his neighbor. Zinter has long arms that helps him deliver pop at contact, both in the run game and pass protection. The Wolverines haven't produced an offensive line prospect worthy of a top 100 consideration over the last 2 years. That has a real chance to change in 2024, as Zach Zinter has strong day 2 vibes about him and will be pushing for interior offensive lineman number 1 in the 2024 class. Rod Moore has incredibly impressive awareness and play speed. He is a light-footed athlete who oozes explosiveness, acceleration, and confidence. Last year as a sophomore, Moore posted a team-best 4 interceptions and finished third with 71 tackles. He's agile and fluid in space at 6 foot 185 pounds, but his true superpower as a prospect is his intelligence and natural instincts. He recognizes routes quickly, can read the quarterback's eyes, and does not hesitate to make big plays. Rod Moore is a solid tackler but could improve his stopping power and finishing strength. Listed at only 185 pounds last year, Moore is supposedly closer to 200 pounds for this season, which is a great sign. While not quite on the level of former teammate Dax Hill as an NFL prospect, Moore has the foot quickness, ball awareness, and tackling skills that should translate well to the next level. 30 tackles with 7.5 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks, 2 pass breakups, 25 quarterback pressures, and 10 run stops. He was also targeted 6 times in coverage, allowing just 3 receptions for 15 yards. Of 139 Power 5 edge defenders with at least 200 pass blocking snaps played last year, Harrell finished 41st in Pro Football Focus's pass rushing production rate. He finished worse against the run in an expanded role in 2022 than in 2021, ranking 55th out of 99 Power 5 defenders in run stop rate and 48th in PFF's run defensive grade. Now entering his 4th season and without Mike Morris, this fall is Jalen Harrell's best opportunity to show NFL scouts that he's next among Michigan edge rushers. Jalen Harrell brings incredible versatility as a pass rusher and has a great opportunity to climb the draft boards with a productive 2023 season.